Hello everyone, welcome back to Stellaris. We are currently playing as the Cyrusian Star Empire, as you well know, now with more and improved name placement. New and improved, rather. Of course, the Cyrusian Star Empire is, for all intents and purposes, Persians, the Achaemenid Persian Empire in space. What we are trying to currently do is... well, I'm trying to stop, here we go, stop my science ship so I can survey stuff a little closer to home. May as well do these ones here. Like so. Okay, we are also working on building additional mining stations to increase our mineral wealth, so that we can then build more and more stations, more and more ships, so on and so forth. And we are slowly building other stations, other buildings planet-side to support said stations. At some point, I think I mentioned this, I would not be opposed to starting a healthcare campaign. This will last essentially 12 years, and it will increase our growth speed by 20%, and I'm just all about growth speed. Seeing aliens bang and make more aliens, well, whew, oh, that really gets me going. Nothing makes me harder. Let's see, the Pashgo, led by our... well, we don't actually have a leader on... like, we don't have an engineer of any name, description. We have no idea who is currently leading the Cyrusian Pashgo. Perhaps it's Tom Selleck. That would be great. Let's see. A Class 12 asteroid orbits this planet. Again, it is a... it appears to be an asteroid that has been towed or something. Let's build some more mining stations. Like so. Currently we are making just shy of 20 per month with this additional network planet side in Cyrusia. We will be at like 23, 22, something like that, depending on consumer goods, ship upkeep and whatnot. Okay, so apparently no one cares about that asteroid. Very interesting. I was wrong. I think, you know, I would prefer to hang on to our minerals. Maybe we could throw another ship into the fleet. I would just like to have it somewhat serviceable, you know, 5, 6, 10 ships at some point, so that we can really bring the hammer down when we bump into another empire. I really want to subjugate other empires as quickly as possible. I may have misspoke earlier when I said that aliens banging gets me hornier than anything else in the world. In fact, subjugating alien empires, that's what really gets me going. So I am very much interested in that hot action. So we're gonna have to make that a reality at some point. Of course, to increase the size of this fleet, I need to head into the old fleet manager. And I need to add a corvette. Or am I at command limit? Is it really I can only have 5 corvettes, or am I wrong about that? Add ship design to fleet. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I can only have a total of 5 corvettes in this fleet. Oh wait, no. Fuck me, I am so dumb. Here we go. Good lord, how do I live? How is it possible, really? How the fuck? How is it I haven't wandered into traffic yet? Sometimes I wonder. Okay, the CNS Pashgo is going to just sit tight, and we will build a new mining station in Perigir. Oh, look at this asteroid, FL866. Will be mined for an additional 2 minerals. There it is. And we have basically exhausted our claimed systems of mineral wealth. So we're going to have to go to the Okul system. Oh, impressive structures litter a small area on the surface of Rim 6. My mistake. practically begging for some archaeological work. Well, make sure you get consent first, because in this time, you know, this day and age, we really need to make sure that we get affirmative consent, because just begging for archaeological work does not consent make, okay? Just because the pillars are buried only up to their ankles in dirt does not mean that they're asking for it, okay? We have researched automated exploration protocols, and now we should go for administrative AI, just for that research speed. That will help us big time. Okay, I think we should really claim the cool system, primarily for the research, although we could make an argument for the Hixeros system. It's not contiguous with our other holdings already, which is only somewhat bothersome. Oh shit, it's an abandoned amusement park. Good lord. We've got roller coasters. We've got the one where you're like, I can't, you know, I was about to describe to you amusement park rides, but it's just so fucking complicated. I guess I could say, you know, there's that one where you're in the boat and it swings you and you go like perpendicular to the ground and it looks like you feel as if you're going to fall out, but of course you don't, unless you're a particularly scrawny child, as I was. Let me tell you, amusement parks, I now have an innate fear of amusement park rides, primarily because I went on one. It was called the Zipper. Basically, you're in a little cabin which spins freely, okay, so it can do a complete 360. This is on like a pivoting arm sort of. It's a big long story. Basically, I was a small kid, probably should not have been on the ride, and I just fucking flew around and it scared the fuck out of me. Scared my sister too. She vomited. It was gross. Okay, let's see. We found an amusement park which has given us a massive amount of engineering research, which has basically all but handed us afterburners, which is a bit bizarre. I don't really see the connection between afterburners and amusement parks, but hey, what do I know? So to claim the Hixeros system was actually pretty expensive, influence-wise. Primarily because I think it's primarily because it is not contiguous with the rest of our... I keep wanting to say estate, but that is not correct with the rest of our empire at this point. I'm going to go with the minerals, okay? Now, we have the capability of selecting yet another tradition. Once again, we have to evaluate well and good what we want to pick. I'm gonna go for leader lifespan, okay? We have just increased our growth speed yet again with genome mapping. And I think now... none of these are particularly good. I suppose an argument could be made for the gene clinic. I think we will go... Let's go for the heritage sites. I really should build a monument in one of these empty squares. For example, this little one tucked away in the corner. Perfect spot to put an autochthon monument. Whatever the fuck autochthon means. A monument to the first pioneers to venture into space. Wow. Wow. So we'll get that going once we get the minerals. The rim system, fully surveyed. Excellent. A good, proper rimming has been accomplished in the rim system. That was not part of the mission plan of Ms. Pablash, but for whatever reason she insisted on a good rimming. I don't know why. It's very, very bizarre. I think it's an alien thing. Maybe it's a female thing. You never know. Okay, we are still waiting for the CNS Pash go. Shit, look at this. Oh, it's because this is the new scientist who has yet to gain the skills. So we'll get back to that anomaly at some point. It's a level 3 anomaly. My god. What else is new? We are 7 days away from discovering a new system. Scientist Teglaro has gained a new level. Excellent. What is yeah, our Empress is named Teglaro as well. Teglaro Schlas, I should point out, which is like the imperial dynasty. The Schlas. Hey, I didn't make up the name. I didn't make up the name, okay? It was just in the list. I saw it. I appropriated it for myself. Alright. We have the Helam system fully surveyed, and we've just discovered the Toyobos system. Let's go with that. Toyobos. Now, Cyrusia has just... Okay, we've just gained a pop, and we've built a whole new... Or rather, well, the mining network was built already, but it's now fully operational. This fully operational mining network. Now we have the means and motivation to build this monument and staff it with a new pop. And holy shit, we are slowly but surely pumping up our growth speed. We're now at 1.5 per month. By chance, we stumbled upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this planet. Yet again, it's another episode of I Love Lucy. I think maybe, just maybe, it's a rerun. And good lord, is there not enough of those? As if they're still making I Love Lucy in the year 2211. Of course, it's all reruns. It's been filmed before. Filmed previous. Jeez. You know what? I just thought... Okay, so it cost 300 minerals to construct a colony ship. Maybe we could look at colonizing Duix 1. It's very, very small. I would rather leave it until later. Maybe we could get a better sized planet and then claim that one as a last resort, primarily because more planets means slower research, means slower unity gain, or rather tradition gain, so on and so forth. And for a 12-slot planet, does not really seem worth it. Unless, of course, we begin running out of space on Cyrusia, then I can make a good argument for it. But, anyway, an abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of Tuibus II. Tuibus 2, maybe. It is covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded. Good lord. Say it ain't so. Maybe it's Miss Lucy herself. She was trying to escape the studio because they're still to this day making new episodes, and they're just whipping her 1,000-year-old corpse into action. It's entirely cruel, and I can understand her wish to flee. I really can. Alright, let's see. We can still throw a module on the starbase, and I really can't see any reason now not to go for the trading hub. We're gonna throw it down. Alright, Cyrusia has built the monument. It's gonna be many moons until it's actually staffed, but hey, what can I say? These things happen. Vashko now is level 2, which increases all sorts of shit, as you can see. And that's that. Alright, we are going to claim the Hixeros system. And now we're going to massively increase our engineering research, and I don't see any reason not to. We're obviously going to get far ahead in engineering, although our physics is not far behind. And I see no problem with that. It's a shame we're not a mech or robotic empire, because they really, really depend on engineering. Okay, again, we've spotted yet another precursor anomaly. Very nice. In Tuibus 5. I've just realized that claiming all of this engineering research in Hixeros will very nearly double our engineering research. Nearly. Not quite, but so. But still, it's significant. It's a significant amount. We are really running the risk of running out of energy, except for the fact that I've just built that trading hub in Yabra Station. Yabra dabra doo! That's all I can think of. Well, More so, I think of Abra from Pokemon, and what a little PU-55Y is as he teleports away. Okay, a small Voltaum satellite was found in orbit of Tuabos 5. It had been set up to continuously repeat a message until its power source drained a million years ago. What was that message? Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Okay, the main purpose of the satellite was apparently to preach the dominant Voltaum philosophy to neighboring civilizations. Its message speaks of the needs to disconnect and to embrace true existence, whatever that means. So the, it seems the Voltaum were trying to fight. If I remember correctly, these guys are, their society has been racked with issues of virtual reality and people escaping the real realm, which was, of course, hinted at in that particular anomaly. But anyway, it seems they're trying to bring people back to the material world and failing at it. We're going to yet again increase our energy production. May as well do. And then we are going to go back to the research. We'll do one and the other, hand in hand. Fuck. Space piracy, oh no. Rebels and dissidents fleeing from Cyrusia have founded an outlaw space fleet at the fringes of our space. Oh no, calling themselves the Crimson Commando. Well, first of all, Commando is singular. So I'm not sure how a pirate fleet can be called the Crimson Commando. You should not call yourself that unless, of course, you're some sort of vigilante who trawls the streets at night looking for criminal scum, so on and so forth. But anyway, they've inexplicably called themselves the Crimson Commando. Not one of them aware of the grammatical issue there, but regardless, they're pirating. Their lives have been rendered forfeit by the enormity of their crimes. For some reason, that was like a young Churchill. Their lives have been rendered forfeit by the enormity of their crimes. Order must be restored at any cost. Very well. They are at the edge of our space, whatever that means. I suppose we'll have to stumble into them at some point. I'm not entirely sure where they've spawned, but regardless, we really need to invest in another ship. As many ships as we can muster in short order. Oh, here it is. The Crimson Commando has been detected on a direct course for the Duix system. Say it ain't so. Okay, so what? They came from the Paragear system? The Okul system? Well, it seems they have only 4 ships. Once we finish the 7th, we'll get after them. Big time. Although it says our fleet can be upgraded. What are we upgrading to? Oh, I see. It automatically fitted that afterburner because we are... This is an auto-best design. I'm not sure I enjoy that feature, so we'll just get rid of that. Much the same with the defense platform. There we go. And there we have it. I think that is all we can do. Okay, we may as well upgrade while we can. 43 minerals, that's hardly anything. What is in the Duix system anyway? Just a bunch of stations.
Spaceport under attack.
I would not be... Oh fuck, our spaceport is of course letting loose. What has it got? Oh, we can build defense platforms. Very interesting. Can I do that for Yabra as well? Of course I can. Although it says it is the Schlaglur class. Is that not my... That is my Corvette class ship. So what... Are you telling me that the defense platform is just a couple Corvettes retrofitted or something? Like you've just removed the engines or something crazy like that? It's very hard for me to say. Oh, never mind. I've just realized my defense platform is named the exact same thing. Can we change that, please? Umash is a much better name. There we go. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, so... Oh, shit. Okay. We can go light, medium, missile, or heavy. I think we'll stick with medium. That would be best against... well, most everything. Here we go. No, it's the Schlagler again. I want it to be the Irog. No, I don't. I want the Umash. There we go. We're good. We're good. Okay, let's watch these guys get roasted. Although, it seems my star base rather has nuclear missiles. Why is that? I'm not entirely sure, but regardless, it's happening. And we need to dispatch the fleet under Admiral Alaric. You know what? Alaric is actually not a bad name. It reminds me of Alaric. Of course, the, I believe, Vandal general. Or, no. He was a Visigoth? I can't recall. I'm sorry. Regardless, Admiral Alaric is going to show up and probably fuck shit up when he does arrive. It seems our armor is doing a significant job at reducing damage taken, although I think I'm noticing why there's no armor reduction percentage. It looks to me like armor is treated precisely like an extra HP pool like shields. So my thought here is armor, you have a large HP pool, but it will not regenerate, whereas shields have a smaller pool, but they will regenerate. And I assume, like, I think certain weapons have, you know, armor and shield penetration, so on and so forth. So that is a new change, as far as I'm aware. We are going to lose. We're going to lose this station, although it looks to me like we're doing a significant amount of armor damage. We've basically reduced the armor of this fleet to 0, but they still have the shields, which is unfortunate. I guess the missiles completely penetrate shields. That's my thought. Oh fuck, we arrived just in the nick of time. And I believe that our lasers actually penetrate. No, they don't penetrate shields, but they do armor damage. Luckily, we have small amounts of mass drivers, which should do... Let's slow this down so I can actually see what the fuck is going on. My word. We are really wrecking face, though. These Raider class, or rather Reaver class ships are not a match for our Schlagler corvettes. That is a very ugly word, and difficult to say. Before we destroy these pirates, I just want to point out how excellent the names are. Raider down in front. Toxic behavior. Gutbuster. That is excellent. Okay, so we are going to destroy these guys fairly easy. We'll return for repairs. And maybe we can research their ships, though I'm not entirely sure. No, they have the same tech we do. Speaking of, we've just researched powered exoskeletons, which has increased... Well, we can't see for certain yet, but it's going to increase our mineral income slightly. Speaking of minerals, I'm going to unlock geothermal... Oh my lord, I cannot speak. Geothermal fracking. The frackency! We are going to research that. Primarily for the mining network 2, not so much the storage. But I digress. We have yet to lose a ship, and we've annihilated the pirates. And I just want to see damage output. The lasers have done significant damage. Okay, they give you efficiencies here now. That's very interesting. And also incredibly useful. Wonderful. Let's destroy these guys. Let's blow this thing and go home! There we go. We've destroyed the pirates. And... So, what do we do about the outpost? Oh, apparently it's just automatically regenerated. Okay, that's bizarre. Let's return to the Hixeros system. Let's build some research stations. We will also take a look at the Rochelle system. Plenty of energy, plenty of minerals. Well, average, I would say. More accurate. Okay, looking at our stellar landscape. I think Kirbon, the Kirbon system, is a prime target. 5 energy, 5 minerals, but again, it's not connected with the rest of our empire. So maybe we'll have to go, oh cool. We should really claim all 3, possibly all 4 of these systems when the time comes. As far as Cyrusia is concerned, what the fuck? Another pirate fleet. Another precursor anomaly. Okay, let's pause for a second. First of all, Zabine 2 has an anomaly. The pirate fleet of the Crimson Commando has again invaded the Duic system. We're gonna have to hope that they don't do too much damage. Oh no, my starbase in fact did not recover all of their armor yet. If at all. How would we go about... I'm not entirely sure how you would repair that thing. My assumption is it would do it automatically, but there's also a possibility that maybe, just maybe, your construction ship needs to do it. But that would make no sense because that is an entirely... That is a new thing. Like, you've never had to repair anything previous. So I'm going to say, well, aside from fleets. But anyway, we're definitely going to lose this starbase. We need to get Admiral Alarig out here as soon as possible. Well, shit, actually, we have a ton of hull points here. Oh, here we go. Voltaum Virtual Reality Center. Voltaum engineers at some point built a massive orbital complex near Zabine 2, dedicated to computer research. So this further affirms the idea that the Voltaum really did not like virtual reality. Most of the complex has been ruined by weapons fire and micrometeoroids. So the assumption is either it was abandoned and as a result has been damaged with time, or it had been violently attacked and then damaged over time. Hard to say. Hard to say, but it is certainly interesting.
Situation log updated.
Let's see. Oh fuck, look at this. You can watch the little missile launcher circle around. There we go. The Bogwas squadron ready to go. And they will arrive, my assumption is, in the nick of time. If not in the nick of time, then in a timely fashion, because holy shit, this thing is pretty chunky actually. These pirates are certainly taking their time trying to do some damage, and holy shit, I think this starbase is probably going to do it all on its own. They very nearly killed one Reaver class corvette. Oh shit. A new faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the Cyrusian Star Empire. They call themselves the Crimson Warrior Lodge. What in the fuck? Why? It's an imperialist faction with a militarist ethos, okay? So they really care about traditional supremacy. Adopting any traditions emphasizing supremacy will please the Crimson Warrior Lodge. Okay, well, that's just fine with me. That's probably something we are going to do. I think let's just very quickly drop down a power plant here. And also, we will again build a mining station. Let's drop 2 stations down because we don't want to have to come back. There we go. Back to the Duic system. The Duic system. Wherein these pirates are just getting completely boot fucked oh, by my starbase. And then here comes the cavalry. Just to annihilate. Oh man, yeah. Fallen Pillar. Never saw it coming, and then he just got hit in the ass with a missile. Good lord. And that's all she wrote. You know what? Actually, let's take the Bogwa squadron and let's... Shit, we actually need to... We need to explore first with our science ships, but regardless, I'm fairly certain the pirates are coming from, if not this system, any of these systems over here. I really want to get rid of these pirates once and for all because they're fucking grinding my gears. Let's see. We can hide that faction. Not really important at this particular juncture. 11 days until they jump, really? Really? There it is. Boom. What is this? There is significant scarring on the surface of this world in a pattern that cannot be natural. It's graffiti. Space graffiti. On Yatla 5A, the moon of Yatla. We also need to... We're going to survey further until we find the rebel base, essentially. I may have to torture a princess to accomplish this, but you never know. We may get lucky, and we may just stumble upon it. But for now, I think we ought to end the episode here, so thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, my name is Incoherence. You guys are fucking awesome, and I will see you all later.